So howdy, we're live now with the hats. I'm Jen of Another Castle, and with me we have April with the party hats and Tyler. And we'll just kind of go around and introduce ourselves. And hey, Paige!
Wonderful! Finally!
You know, I had to actually go on your Google to find it.
Your mic is really loud.
Yeah.
Mine?
No, please. You two are quite fine.
Deal with it.
I will. Our viewers may.
All right.
So wait, we're live?
We are live now.
Not yet. We're not live yet. I'm looking at it on YouTube.
We're live.
It's not on YouTube.
Welcome, Paige.
It's not playing on YouTube. I'm watching it. Oh, okay. It's starting right now.
Ah!
All right, good.
Is there a delay?
It's probably a couple minutes.
This is going fantastically already. Everyone, turn down your volume because we're getting feedback. So, all right. So, as I said, I'm Jen, editor at large for Another Castle. My current obsession is Hotline Miami. I've pretty much downloaded that on everything, and I've been replaying it nonstop. So, all right, April.
Hi, I'm April. I am the not so present writer for video game stuff and TV stuff. Current obsession, Walking Dead. I mean, that hasn't changed. That's about all. Traveling. I don't have time.
Well, I am Tyler. I am a reviewer at Another Castle. My current obsession is, video games. Always has been. Like, really kind of obscure things like Contrast or Braid or Limbo. Things that aren't normal. I like those. Or Gone Home. That's my obsession.
Hello, I'm Paige. I'm the product manager of Another Castle and also a writer. I tend to lean towards video games in my writing, but I also love comic books and movies and occasionally do a review or write-up on something within that genre. And it's nice to be here.
All right, fantastic. Sorry. All right, so first and foremost, we're going to be doing 20 games in 20 hours, so I definitely wanted to promote that. Tyler's going to be joining me on his own channel, though, and we have our link of all the games that we're going to be doing. Tyler's is going to be up tomorrow, the 22nd of November. And then April, you said you were contemplating joining us as well, right?
Yes, what day is it?
It's going to be December 6th or December 7th. December 7th, correct?
I will join. I will also have just come back into the country, and I'll be on 8 hours of layover. So it will be hilarious.
Yeah, no, I was pretty sleep deprived last year, so we'll see how it turns out on this one. I started falling asleep by the time I got to Kingdom Hearts 3D. So.
Ooh, Tyler, let's do a Kingdom Hearts marathon.
Well, I'm actually a friend's coming over to play Kingdom Hearts and try to sell me on it, so we'll see. I played almost all of the first one, up to I fought Maleficent for the last time. And wasn't doing it.
Two is phenomenal.
I'm getting that echoing feedback. So it's
yeah, I know. I'm trying to find my headphones. I have headphones, and I think a fairy took them because they're just gone. They were right here. They were right here, like next to me, and they are gone.
Possibly?
Hmm?
Are they under you, possibly?
No, I got up. I think that there's a chance that when my dog came in, she took them. So, I'm gonna go.
We'll go with Dog Fairy. knock them all out.
She likes to bite them. So I'm gonna go to my dog's bed and see if they are there.
All right.
It's a little better now, anyways. All right, so next up is Preacher. Had a pilot ordered from AMC. If you guys haven't seen that, there's no real news on anybody being attached to it. There's a rumor currently, though, that Seth Rogen is going to play in the starring role. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Well, I mean, have you seen his tweet?
No.
I have it. I have it. Something about, like, it looks like about 7 years of hard work about to pay off. I may get to bring one of my favorite stories ever to life. Arseface John Wayne, the Saint of Killers. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's a pretty solid rumor then.
I think he might just be trying to bring it into life, because, I mean, I like Seth Rogen in certain roles, but he's no.
What is? I've never read Preacher.
Oh.
It's pretty messed up.
You should.
Yeah.
Probably should.
You should.
I'm pretty behind on a lot of things. Actually, I still haven't read Dark Knight Returns, and I only recently read Watchmen and V. So.
No, Preacher is it's Garth Ennis, right? I always
Yes.
mix him up with Garth Ellis.
Garth Ennis and Steve Dillon.
And he did this comic called Crossed, which has forever traumatized me.
It is a little special.
It's a lot messed up, but Jerica is obsessed with that, and she actually has every variant cover of the original run all signed by both Garth Ennis
awesome.
and the artist.
Well, you say Crossed had traumatized you. I was really disturbed by Sandman. So is this something I should read?
No, if you were to
Okay.
disturb Sandman, then Crossed is not up your
for
alley.
you.
Crossed is essentially zombies to the next level. Essentially, they're still very much human. They're just they have crosses burned on their faces, and they become sexual and violent deviants. So they're literally like ripping apart bodies while raping them.
That's crazy.
It's insane, and they like pain. So like they think it's funny and stuff to like hurt themselves and kill each other, and they're laughing the whole time it's happening.
That sounds like Knocked Out or Knockout in Jersey right now. That's what that sounds like to me.
Right now. That's been going on for years.
I just heard about it when you posted that.
Oh, yeah, no. It's coming out now because now they're starting to hit the wrong people. But that's been going on for a long time.
That's so crazy. I watched that video like... Let's not get on that.
Yeah. No, that's been going on for a long time in this area.
That's disgusting.
At least over here, it's been going on for a very, very... It used to have another name, a little bit more of an offensive name. And now they're calling it Knockout. But, yeah.
Wait, what was the name? I now want to know.
We'll look it up later.
I don't want to go into it on live stream. I'll let you know later.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'll wait for that message.
Yeah, I don't need a politically incorrect backlash.
Awesome.
But essentially, Preacher is done by the Crossed guy, so you can kind of imagine how messed up Preacher can be at times. And for Seth Rogen to possibly play the lead is really weird.
Yeah, I was just looking at some Google images. Yeah, I don't think. Well, he definitely doesn't look the part.
I really don't think. I'm trying to think of what would actually be appropriate to see on Preacher and if it would actually translate to the small screen. They were talking about doing a Crossed adaptation as well, and I know Vertigo has been playing with the idea of 100 Bullets for a while, but 100 Bullets was also getting the same talk of it being a little too brutal for TV, and 100 Bullets is nowhere on the same level as Preacher.
This isn't the first time that they've tried to bring out Preacher. They've done it twice before that they said they're going to bring it out.
I think Sam Mendes was attached to the last one.
He was the one, yes, and then Darren Aronofsky.
I didn't hear about that one. That would have been odd.
HBO was going to do one in like 2000.
I remember
I
that.
think that it could make a pretty good movie, though. I think
It
that it
would.
could make like a blockbuster movie, though. Like not just somebody who really cares about the comic makes it on a low budget. I think that even if they altered it a bit, that it has the makings of a serious horror movie
It does.
for Cross.
I just don't know how it would translate on AMC.
No, for
All
Crossed,
right.
I mean. Yeah.
Oh, for Crossed?
Yeah, for Crossed.
For Cross, they're gonna
And
end up getting one of those
that would
like made for DVD only. Only
No,
buy
I
it in
mean, but I'm
Japan on the
saying
black market.
Movie
They
Bowl.
can still alter it and still make it pretty violent and pretty scary, I think.
It'd be pretty
Because
brutal.
Crossed for me was just something I don't even touch Crossed.
Yeah,
And-
I'm looking at this. Not gonna.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking at Preacher, so never mind, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And then the other big news that came out this week was there's going to be a African American Robin debuting. Detective Comics number 27 is what they were saying that he's going to debut. He's not the new Robin, but some imaginary Batman alternate universe, future, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was everybody else's first thought, but my first thought was the whole debacle with Ultimate Spider-Man, and how everybody went off about the half black, half Puerto Rican
Spanish, yeah.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
I was really
like
excited
Miles.
about that. I like Miles a lot.
Yeah.
I
And
don't really care about Robin, though.
I liked that Stan Lee approved Miles, and then they still went ahead and didn't put him in the cartoon adaptation. That kind of pissed me off, to be honest with you. I mean, even if they were doing it just to be on par with the political climate and the social climate at the moment, that's what comic books do.
But being on par with the social and political climate, they should have kept him.
Well, I'm just saying, though, like, people were saying that, oh, well, they're just doing it because we have a black president, and that was a huge uproar with Miles. And it was like, so what? Even if they were doing it just because we have a black president, who cares? It was approved, it was canon, and they still went ahead and completely ignored him and whitewashed him in every form of media since. And that really annoyed me.
Kept him because I'm a little behind. I stopped reading comics
No, for the cartoon.
Year.
They have a cartoon adaptation on Disney, and they didn't make him black.
Well, Disney's going to do what Disney thinks is best, and they're not going to care really what
Of course they're not, but they would care if people all said, like, well why?
Disney has a show of a same-sex family on air right now, though, so I don't think it's necessarily up to Disney. So.
Well, is it that they don't want to do it, or are they just starting with Ultimate Spider-Man? I haven't seen it. I know that it's there.
It doesn't matter if they don't want to do it or not. That's what it is. It's just they're adapting the comic book onto TV. Like, it doesn't matter what their reason is behind that. I'm more interested in what their reason is for not doing it.
What I'm asking is could their reason be that they're just starting from the beginning, which would be Peter
it's
Parker?
Ultimate Spider-Man. It's called Ultimate Spider-Man. Let me pull
so
it up.
was Ultimate Spider-Man with Peter Parker.
But Peter Parker's dead. That's the whole thing with Ultimate Spider-Man is he dies. I mean, I'm not huge on Marvel. I'm trying to let me see if I can.
What I'm asking, are they starting? Did they start that show from like issue 1?
Is that their excuse for whitewashing him? I don't know.
You are just so angry about this. You don't care. No.
Because that's not what it is. That's not what it's supposed to be.
I think it should be whatever storyline they're going off with, because there have been other Ultimate Spider-Mans with different characters, and I'm not big on the Ultimates. Marvel. I don't really like the Ultimates that much, so I don't.
Spider-Man debuted. It debuted a year after they changed him to Miles.
Yes,
but I think maybe as far as the cartoon goes, is that they are tapping into. There's been so many Ultimate Spider-Mans, Spider-Men, that
Menses.
Menses. I think they're just starting from a different area and it's sort of leaving the comic book on its own. But to me, the biggest thing that was disappointing about that was the backlash, especially online, seeing everybody's feedback when he was originally debuted.
Well, what about the stuff about the new Miss Marvel that people are starting to talk crap about?
What happened there? I'm not
Miss Marvel. There's a new Miss Marvel coming out, and she's Muslim.
Oh.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, I really like that comic
Kamala
books
Khan
are making it more realistic. Especially if you're going to say an American superhero, America is so diverse that it's really weird to have just some white dude as a superhero only.
Well, I think that in New York, in a setting in New York, I think it's a little weird that everybody's white. Like, especially now. Like, oh my god, there's a Puerto Rican Spider-Man in New York. Never. Look, we're all Puerto Rican in New York.
What's her name? Arcana. Wasn't she Puerto Rican?
But this is...
I know, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to think of... I think there was a female one.
I don't know who Arcana is.
Based off of Spider-Man.
Now everybody's searching.
I'm searching Puerto Rican superheroes.
It's gonna be some like Captain America one. Like...
There's a whole Wikipedia for it.
That's awesome.
No, Latino superheroes. Let's see. There's a list of Filipino superheroes too. I want to see that one.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know there were even any Filipino superheroes.
You know what? How about this? I want a Korean superhero.
Well, that'll never happen.
I walked into a comic shop and they had this set of figurines that was like Justice League China or something, and they had Flash and Superman and all of the Justice League, but they were Asian. And the Flash had like this Asian hat on, and
there
straw hats.
are like adaptations of these heroes that are.
Is that a real thing?
In these other countries, like there's an Indian Spider-Man in India. I don't remember his name, but in India there's a storyline for a Spider-Man that's in Mumbai, I believe. And
I'll forward the Bollywood Superman later to you guys.
I've seen that. That's awesome.
It's a pretty great watch.
Oh my God, don't do it to me. I've avoided it.
All right, so we'll move on.
Right.
So, and then this will be a quick one, but we've got the article up right now. Akira's 25th anniversary Blu-ray, and Funimation is celebrating by bringing. They partnered with Alamo Drafthouse. So basically, they're only in Texas, and then sporadic states. I think there's one in New York and everything, but those are going to be the end of next week. They're doing free showings, and you can get a $5 coupon or $5 like seat reserve, and then you can end up using it on at the concession stand. And I thought
really wanted to go to that.
You should, Texas.
That would be awesome.
No, I'm working.
You're working all day and night? You can't. There's got to be a way.
Night. I think I looked, and the showings. I'll be. Yeah, let me look again. Actually.
You should start coughing now.
Just want to make sure. I've never seen it. I've never seen it actually, and I wanted to.
You've never seen Akira?
No. Judge me now.
Oh, the judging has started before this even happened.
I have an Akira tattoo, so I'm kind of a big Akira fan.
I actually don't really watch much anime. I watched Full Metal Alchemist because a friend was really into that.
Because
that
it's good.
Was okay.
I'm gonna get murdered for it, but it's
pretty
a little
good.
overhyped.
I liked it.
It's a little what?
It's a little overhyped. I'm gonna get murdered for it though.
I can see that, but it's still a good show.
I liked it. I didn't watch. What was the other one? There was like Full Metal Alchemist, and then there was one that was closer to the anime, the manga. What was that?
The Brotherhood.
There's two different.
Yeah, Brotherhood.
Two different shows.
Full Metal.
Yeah, that I didn't watch that one.
It's longer for sure.
What should I have watched that one?
You should watch them all.
Depending on who you talk to.
Just go to Netflix and watch them all right now. Just get off of this chat. Or actually, you could leave the chat on and just watch it. We might have copyright issues, though.
No, well, see, I haven't seen Doctor Who either, so if I were to go to Netflix, I'd be watching that.
Oh, God, why are you here?
I know. I know, right?
Got a lot to play catch up on too.
I'm still looking for that article.
I just started watching NHK.
I'm just behind. There's too much media to consume.
Oh my God, what?
Be a better consumer.
I think that there's not enough.
The second piece of anime news that came out this week was the Evangelion sword exhibit. They've had this exhibit. Yeah, they've had this exhibit traveling around Japan, and now it's going to Paris and Mulan, what was it? Madrid. It was kind of weird, but it's a whopping 3 swords.
Well, I think they're making more. I read an article about it earlier that there's apparently now several.
There's more?
Yeah. That they're making more.
Oh, so there's a whole huge exhibit.
Well, it said several, so it could be 5 now, but I think there's more than the original 3. I think the article I read had picture of like 6 of them.
Now, I don't remember. Is that a show or a movie?
Both.
All of the above.
Is it good? That's something I've been slightly interested in.
Yes, go watch now.
It's definitely on the must-see list. So.
Okay.
The movies were just on sale on Amazon. By the way, I bought another copy for a friend.
I think 3 is.
So were games on Steam. I'm a sucker.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on sale right now, and I'm broke.
Every so often I have to block Steam from my browser so I don't go. Same with Amazon though, so it's okay.
I'm still playing like 3 games on Steam from the summer sale, and I am not tempted to put anything else on this computer.
I bought like 10 touch 2.
Most of the stuff on Steam sale, it's like I've played it already or I have it. So that anything that I want to play at least, like I don't normally wait for things to go on sale before I buy them. With the exception of Tomb Raider, I still haven't bought Tomb Raider, which really sucks.
It's not bad actually.
I played some of it and I love it, and I won't let myself buy more games until I finish the ones that I have.
See, I'm trying to do that, but my Steam list is like 1120 games, so that doesn't really work.
Every so often I run out and buy a game for 7 days. It doesn't work
because you'll never beat all those games.
Well, it works and also a lot of them are just like things I'm never going to play that come from Humble Bundles. And early on, they would make you like, when you activated it in Steam, you activated the whole bundle instead of separate games. That's what a lot of that is from.
Well, then that's a little different. But like when I buy a game, I buy one game, and I will play. And not only that, but I'm the kind of person where I will gladly replay games that I really like. So often I end up not buying new games because I'm still replaying a game that I liked a lot.
So I kind of went crazy when I started with Steam, and I'm still catching up.
There's nothing wrong with owning one game at a time. It's probably better because I'm always broke, and I have a stack of games over there that are staring at me.
I don't own one game. I have like 15 games that are going to be in rotation until probably the middle of the year.
I have about 15 games on reserve right now.
You guys might cry if you saw my collection.
No, I mean like
I don't like you. You're not allowed to talk about games, Jen.
I have a good habit of keeping myself poor but stocked full of new games.
Yeah, and you get special gift packages.
Oh yeah.
I can't do that. But then again, like I'd feel guilty because I have my daughter. So I'd just be like, I'd have this huge library of games, and I'd be like, you can't go to dance class this month.
See, if I don't
there were a lot of great things to put on reserve. I can't imagine doing that. Like I have X, which I bought. Well, my boyfriend bought it for me as a surprise gift, which is really nice.
Which one? Which game?
Pokemon X is my newest game right now. Ace Attorney, because I can't not have Ace Attorney. And I have Fez, I'm replaying
Yeah,
System Shock 2, and what other game do I have? My MMO is DC Universe. I spend so much time on DC Universe that it's probably the reason why I don't have to buy a lot of games.
I'm afraid to get on an MMO. Like, when Elder Scrolls comes out, I feel like life won't be anymore.
It
But
won't.
I don't
Just
put money
admit that it's
into
going to be
it.
gone.
I don't put money into it though, so it's just like it just kills so much time for me. And then I'm replaying Star Fox 64 on the 3DS because I had to. And I just love my handhelds. I think I spend so much time on handhelds that
I really want to get a Vita. Like, PlayStation Plus, I have, like, all of the Vita games. Because of PlayStation Plus.
Vita is...
I don't have a Vita.
I actually wanted to save this for a discussion in the future, but the Vita is it's a really solid piece of hardware. It's got an LED screen, and it's fantastic. It's just...
Aren't Bioshock and Bioshock Infinite and...
Not confirmed.
Someday.
Not
Borderlands
confirmed.
2... Borderlands 2 is coming
Borderlands 2,
out,
that's what I was trying to think of.
That's coming to Vita?
Pretty awesome.
That is coming to Vita.
When Bioshock
Doesn't that just give a sense
Vita,
of how behind, I guess, last gen now?
When Bioshock comes to Vita, you will all not know me anymore.
I don't want
Bioshock Infinite is beautiful. I just got the new expansion for that.
I will be intentionally walking around playing Bioshock. It'll just be I will disconnect from the world and I will go places and play Bioshock because it's the only experience with Bioshock I haven't had yet. Like,
the new DLC for Bioshock is gorgeous. You spend like the first half of it just walking around Rapture.
You got I lost my Xbox in the breakup.
Oh.
Don't talk about it. No.
I was
it's horrible.
Getting
you don't want to play it at all. It's not good. Trust me. I didn't spend the first hour before we did this playing Bioshock and not figuring out what we were talking about. Not at all. No Bioshock today.
You didn't even do it. It let you down.
I actually was reading bad reviews for it.
So was I.
What? for Buried at Sea?
Yeah.
Sea? What? Then don't listen to them. They're lying to you.
I read the reviews. I read both good and bad ones. I could understand why some people were saying it's bad because you're like, but dude, it's Bioshock. You run around and you shoot people.
It's just like, and not
but
only
there's
that,
still amazingness to it.
They changed it up quite a bit in Infinite.
That wasn't a very good sales pitch. Dude, you shoot people, but it's still amazing.
No, but they changed up Infinite quite a bit from Bioshock 1 and 2.
They did, but I like Infinite much better than 2.
I don't. Oh my god, don't.
Really?
We are so far off track now.
I'm sorry.
Okay, back on track. No more Bioshock.
We'll reel it back in.
I do these other hangouts, and there's always like 20 minutes of me rambling about Bioshock and all of them.
Okay, no more Bioshock.
Yeah, we're done with that.
What's
next topic?
Have a problem.
Mario.
Mario.
What is that,
Yeah,
Jen?
I'm going to be playing that in a second. I'm going to be playing that in a second with my ADHD. So, but Telltale, the news came down today, or it's a rumor, but IGN is reporting that they have multiple sources saying that there is going to be a Game of Thrones game by Telltale. However, the quote that from, let me pull this up, Steve Allison, Senior Vice President of Publishing to IGN, said, there's all sorts of rumors all the time. Officially, we have no comment. So whatever that means.
That's not
a no.
That's not a no.
That's not a no, exactly.
Well, I mean, negotiations could really knock something like that out, though. I mean...
I just think it would be phenomenal to see a Telltale Game of Thrones adaptation.
Not to throw it back in there, but how long have they been talking about Bioshock on the Vita?
That's not Telltale Games.
Not Bioshock no more.
I'm not intentionally swinging this back around, but...
As if I've been waiting for a Half-Life 3.
Or Kingdom Hearts 3. Huh?
But see, these are also not Telltale Games.
I have a friend that bought a PS3 simply because he was going to play Kingdom Hearts 3 on it.
I bought a PS3 for Last Guardian.
So did I!
Where's my Last Guardian?
I was watching the PS4 event, I think E3, where they debuted Kingdom Hearts 3, and he was just like, we were watching it on the PlayStation, and he's like, no! He was like ready to kill it. He was like, he bought it, and all the time, all he would talk about is, I'm gonna get Kingdom Hearts on this. I'm just saving it for Kingdom Hearts. And I swear to God, he had we had an Xbox and we had a PS3, and everything we bought for Xbox, and there was maybe 10 PS3 games, and that's being generous. Because he really just wanted Kingdom Hearts. Anything that you could get on the Xbox, we got it there. So,
the only game I think I beat on the PS3 was Heavy Rain.
You only buy games because they're going to be pretty for the PS3.
Exactly.
We had Heavy Rain on the PS3 as well. And Rayman Legends is down, is new. What was it? Origins was the last? Was the first one? We had Origins, and then now they put the same levels on Legends. But
so I think I used my PS3 to play PlayStation 1 games that I bought. I think I played more Final Fantasy 8 on my PS3.
Oh my God.
Playing Warzone 2100 on the PS3 a few months back.
Awesome.
I was just kind of depressed with myself.
Oh my God.
I do all of my gaming on, have in the past. I just recently got a good PC. But anyway, I haven't owned a 360. All of my gaming has been on the PS3, and I'm quite fond of it.
I was on the 360 for a long time, but I prefer PS3. Most developers are developing for the PS3 now over the 360. A lot of people have gone over.
Well, no one's really developing for either of them anymore.
I don't know. The PS2 just stopped development, production this year. I feel like the PS3 is going to be around for a while. Didn't a sports game and a new expansion to Final Fantasy XI come out this year for the PS2?
I don't know about the Final
Pretty
Fantasy
sure
XI.
that happened.
Oh, there was a sports game that came out on PS2 recently. Because I got it in our store. I was like, what the hell is this? I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I'm like, I kind of want to buy this just to support them.
I'm pretty sure they released the last expansion for Final Fantasy XI.
Well, it's huge in Japan still. It's huge. Every time I pick up a PlayStation magazine from Japan, there's a good 5-6 page spread just about Final Fantasy XI, and I'm
every time you pick up a PlayStation magazine from Japan. How often is that?
It's about every 2 months. There's
for Jen, probably very often.
there's a Japanese store that I head to every couple months, and they have a bookstore there, and so I pick up PlayStation magazine, Nintendo, stuff like that. So.
Is it the very awesome one?
What their
that's far
equivalent
away?
of EGM is. I'm really nerdy. So it got really quiet after I got really nerdy there. So.
No.
All right. So the main...
wait, back on Telltale real quick before we get completely off of that.
Again.
Again. I'm just I've only seen the first episode of what is it? What were we just talking about? Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I don't want to interact. I don't want to have sex with my controller. Is that what's gonna happen?
No, probably not at all.
I'm pretty sure that rape is still illegal in America, and that they can't force you to have sex with anything. But I don't know. I could be wrong there.
I mean, achievement. That's the new way to get achievements. Trophies. Trophies for you.
You don't have to, but if you're gonna want the achievements.
I like achievements.
Next subject.
Hey, we're not
saying it's required, but we are saying that if you want 100%, you're gonna have to,
So the main topic, the main discussion that I wanted to get to today was that in 2 or 3 hours, depending on what time zone, or 5 hours, depending on the time zone you're in.
So
Xbox One
close.
is releasing, and then PlayStation 4 just came out last week, and kind of just wanted to talk about the future of gaming, and where we kind of all see it heading. So I don't know if anybody else has had any hands-on experience, any time with the PS4 yet.
I went to GameStop for the demo. They had a kiosk up, and I got my hands on the controller. And if Game of Thrones comes to the PS4, I retract my statement.
It's a great controller. I don't know if you can see it.
I'm saying I really like the controller. It's pretty wonderful.
You could 100% that game.
He's saying that he really, really likes this controller.
It's pretty. I went back to GameStop today to see if they had a kiosk for Xbox One because I wanted to touch the controller, and they didn't. But the PS4 controller is freaking awesome. That's all I have on the PS4. Knack, I didn't like.
I don't even know how many articles I've written on the PS4 controller, but there are a lot of them. And I'm pretty sure that I spent my first 2 months as a game writer writing about the PS4 controller, and it did not disappoint when I got my hands on it. So
is that the store or your library, Jen?
That's my library.
Oh, so have you played Contrast?
Jen, are you at work?
I did.
She's in the back room. Just
No,
hanging out.
My
Customers
job-
I
in
live at
front.
GameStop. I don't know if you knew this, but I live there.
I don't work for GameStop anymore.
No? No, really?
No, not for
I
a
was
year.
just-
You're one of the smart ones.
Yeah.
We are free, Jen. We're free.
I don't want to go back.
Oh, God.
I don't even like to go in them sometimes. I walk in, I smell it, I'm like, oh god.
Get out of
Flashbacks.
here. That's
No,
funny.
but the PS4 is awesome. I've had a lot of time with it. I will be honest though, I'm bored of the games already.
That's not good.
No, the
You
one
shouldn't
I'm
be bored
looking
that
forward
fast.
to is Thief 4.
That's gonna be gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's that's February, but up until then, there's nothing. I think they're literally releasing only 2 games. I haven't seen a list of their indie titles yet, but so far they've got a lot of titles out, but it's been pretty lackluster. And I'm more of a Sony fan.
Quite
at
a
this
few
point.
lists.
Hmm?
I've seen quite a few lists of the launch window and the indie titles. Unless maybe it was a launch list. Is Fez is Fez on PS4 right now?
Not that I saw.
Okay, then those
No,
must have been launch
no.
windows.
No, I think that it is supposed to go to the PS.
It's gonna be on there,
PS4.
but I don't think it's on there yet.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
I know
Polygon had a list 2 weeks before the launch of the launch window games, and there seems to be some pretty good stuff coming out in the next 3 months.
Yeah, but you
Thief
gotta-
definitely.
Wait
What?
3 months before you can enjoy your system.
Yeah, I suppose you can watch Blu-rays on it.
Well,
but
when I
it's-
get my Xbox One, I can
I
play
made
Talk
Dead
to
Rising.
I made a
think-
chart
hey,
about what I
Rising.
use my
I-
PS3 for.
Like talking to my Xbox. I might be one of the 3 people in the world who do, but I talk to it like it is a person, and I say thank you and please. Because it has feelings and it can hear me.
You're probably right. I'm pretty sure that when they called it the One, they meant it.
It's gonna be my number 1.
Yeah,
We're gonna be besties. We're gonna be like that.
So while there is
Put a ring
no
on it.
really good games out right now,
What are really good
what are
games
you guys
right
most
now?
excited for? What are you guys most excited for in the launch window right now?
Sunset
Dead Rising.
Overdrive.
No.
The question
That
is,
was
what can I
interesting.
get that's not exclusive. I don't see any incentive. I don't see any incentive to get a PS4 or an Xbox One yet because they're releasing all the games for the older system, and most of the people I know aren't upgrading
Yeah.
yet. So if I want to play with them, why am I gonna? I'm gonna get everything, and then the PS4, the PS Network's like, oh, But you could like buy the titles that you bought on your PS3 for $10 for the PS4. I'm like, well, if you would have just made it backwards compatible, it would have just not been a problem.
Ooh.
But,
You know, I don't like about that though, 'cause it's like watching a DVD on a Blu-ray player, and it's like, yeah, it functions, but it looks like crap.
yeah, but
And
by
then not
that
to
time you're gonna
mention,
have new games, so who cares?
well, it's like it has to upscale itself. The way HD works is that, say you have a Wii, and then you buy the component cables for it. Component cables start off around 720, but the Wii only goes to 480. So instead of making it 720, it upconverts it to 720, which it can't handle, and then has to downconvert it. So in turn, it actually looks
It makes it look
crappier.
No, I know, I've seen it. I just think that if I'm gonna buy a game for the PS3, right, and then I'm gonna want to play it again later, might get rid of my PS3. They might stop updating it. I don't know. Whatever the reason is, then I'm not going to use my PS3 anymore in the future, right? By the time that happens, I'm going to already be on to bigger and better games on my PS4 that are going to be exclusive to the PS4, and I'm going to be upset if I want to play with my friends real quick and I have to buy the game again. That's how I'm looking at it.
You know, I hear you, and then it's at the same time, if you know, it's sort of looking at the future and saying, you know, Assassin's Creed 4 is coming out in 2 weeks on PS4, which I'm buying. Why don't I just hold off and buy?
Yeah, but you're gonna play
Assassin's
that
Creed
by
4?
yourself. Are you gonna play multiplayer on Assassin's Creed?
I mean, she's just giving an example.
Yeah.
I never play
but
multiplayer
I wouldn't-
anyways, unless it's TF2. So.
But I wouldn't know. But I'm just saying, for a single player game, I wouldn't know why I'd want to pull it onto the PS4 at that point, because I'd be done with it by the time that happened.
Well, I'm just waiting
That's all.
on almost all the games that are going to be on the Xbox One or PS4 and just not buying them. Like, I really want to play Assassin's Creed, I just won't buy it.
I am so not interested in AC4. I am done with Assassin's Creed.
I'm giving it one more chance because I like pirates.
Don't.
I'm not even gonna lie. I just like pirates.
Whatever
I'll
you
wait
do.
till PlayStation Plus gives it away.
Whatever you do, don't kill the whales in Assassin's Creed, because PETA will bring real blood and put it all over your front door.
Well, then I'm going to definitely kill them twice. Bring on the blood. Come on.
Don't bring PETA against us, please. We're too young.
But
Don't do it.
with the release of PS4 and then the Xbox One tonight at midnight, and then the Steam box coming out whenever that's coming out, I don't know. I don't. This is probably the first generation that I've felt as a gamer concerned about console gaming's future.
Yeah, me too.
I've had a couple, yeah, me too. Like, the question for me this generation wasn't PlayStation or Xbox, it was console or PC. And I've made my choice. I'm going PC, at least in the beginning. And I read a couple articles. I follow Polygon a lot, and so one of their writers recently bought a PC, and he hasn't had a PC in years, and he wrote 3 different articles about his adventure buying a PC, and then he ended it with giving specs for 2 cheap PCs, one at 400 and one at 500. Both would be weaker than either of the consoles coming out, but they're upgradable. You know, you can change the graphics card, and you can't do that with a console. And in 2 years, they're going to be outdated.
But
Just
see,
like,
the way you're saying it is as though it's a negative. To me, it's a positive. I used to be a PC gamer for a long, long time until Doom 3 came out, and I was a huge Doom fan. And then I ended up spending about $1,000 to upgrade my computer.
That's what I was gonna say. The upgrades kill you.
And then I got the
gaming.
game, and it was absolutely awful. It wasn't Doom. And so then I sat with this computer. It was pretty high end, and I was doing nothing with it. And of course, a year later, it came out on Xbox, and it was like I could have just waited. And that's kind of how I feel with console gaming, is that you don't have to worry about do I have enough RAM? Is my graphics card capable enough to handle this? You can just go and buy the game. You don't have to concern yourself with it.
You get like a
That's what I
decade's
was
worth of gaming.
getting at. That's what I was getting at. Like, I mean, yeah, PCs are expensive, but then you have like Steam sales and good old games where you're saving tons of money there.
Not the no, like the video cards and the.
Yeah, no, that stuff is expensive. So you have that. That's way more expensive than a console. But doesn't it?
And then you gotta rebuy it all the time. You get a decade worth of game playing out of a console, and you pay $100 for it, a few hundred.
I don't know. Like when I look at
of my Xbox and I ever got out of a computer.
When I look at like live streams of, excuse me, BioShock Infinite, just like the live streams on YouTube are better than what it looks like on my PS3 because the PS3 like last gen
but so what? That's just graphics. That's not gameplay.
Yeah, but like stuff like BioShock Infinite it's gorgeous. It's like meant to be seen.
I played it on Xbox and it was gorgeous.
Well, yes, it was gorgeous. Yeah, no, it was gorgeous. Yes. But
I will boot it up right now. You can see how pretty it looks.
No, I know it looks pretty. It looks the same on my PS3 as it does your Xbox, but it doesn't look the same on our consoles as it does a high-end PC.
You think it looks the same on the Xbox?
See, that's where you're saying high-end PC.
I don't have no money for high-end PC.
Yeah, I mean, I do my gaming on an HP laptop. It does me just fine. Like, it's just, like, whatever.
Dude, I got a Mac. I'm not playing games.
Yeah, you definitely are not.
Except
you can
for
play
Warcraft.
Civilization if you really want.
I will rock out some Warcraft.
So actually, that's not where I don't know how I got off on that. What I was getting at was like, I wonder if instead of just coming out with slimmer iterations of the consoles, they'll be coming out with better consoles, like more RAM or something. Like.
But that's what the Steam box is.
Yeah, like with stuff like that and PC like really picking up. I wonder if they're gonna.
What gets me about the Steam box is that it's a console that is ungodly powerful, and it makes me wonder if it's going to push forth the limits of technology and outdate itself. That's what worries me about the Steam box. The Steam box is so powerful that it's made so that it can keep up with the computer games, which are constantly getting better and better. There's just so much progression in PC gaming. And I wonder if they're going to meet that limit sooner because they have a capacity to work within and outdate itself. I'm kind of worried about the Steam box. I'm kind of worried that the Steam box is the nail in the coffin for PC for console gaming.
I'm worried that it's just never going to come out.
No, I think it'll come out.
Well,
it's the next gen.
Isn't it also called the Steam Machine?
Yeah,
No.
I don't.
Anyway, so
Either
also it's like a bunch of machines. It's not like one powerful machine. It's a bunch of different things.
For some reason,
So
I just
you can
picture
get a weak
nanobots
one,
floating
you can get
around.
I just see it like I don't know. There's just
it's not an it. It's a bunch of things. Like you can buy
Do
a
not
weak
call
Android
it an
phone.
I see them changing the way that we look at console gaming, and I see them really.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like these are things you can. There's a more powerful version of it. You can or whatever they are. I don't know, but are Sony and Microsoft gonna take that route and instead of just releasing slimmer consoles, releasing more powerful versions of it?
But at that point, like, why even have consoles? Why not just make games? Like, go the Sega route.
What?
Like at that point, why are we even making consoles if they're all just going to be miscellaneous machines for your powerful games? At that point, like, is it really going to be something that Microsoft and Sony have to keep up with, or do you just give the power to these companies and have one huge machine? I don't see people.
That's some, like, Total Recall, like, science fiction crap you guys
I know.
there.
No, look.
They're just gonna beam it directly into your brain.
I know.
Like
I have a very
flashing-
dystopian view of what's happening to video games. I'm not gonna lie.
Have you seen the show Chuck?
Hmm?
Have you seen the show Chuck?
No, I don't watch TV.
Oh, never mind. They're just gonna flash images at you until you know what you're doing.
No.
All cerebral.
I don't know, I just have a very dystopian view of what's happening to video games. I
Well, you know
I don't think that they are
hurting
going
it?
anywhere. I just think that it's going to be like, I think that in 10 years it's all going to be like things that you can put on any screen in your home. And
You know what's going to bring that about is mobile
glass.
gaming.
Everything's going to be using the glass technology like on an iPad.
No,
Like,
just in your brain. Just directly, there's a chip. You just plug it
Oh
in.
my god. I have a friend that talks about that all the time.
Dude, I will be the first one in line. I'll be like, okay, test it on me. I don't care if you haven't tested it on anyone else. Just implant it.
And all of a sudden, April's no longer April.
That's
We
cool.
don't know
That's
who
cool.
she is
I would be the
anymore.
happy. I'll be like, I am a robot.
It's gonna be like that. The trailer for Deus Ex: Human Revolution. Did you see the live-action trailer for that?
Yes, that would be me.
That
I want my robot arm.
crazy. That was
Start
totally
shouting. I don't care
insane.
if they're good or not.
She's
I got a
signing up
good
for the
hit.
science fiction future.
I've already signed up.
You're just
I'm
ready
on, like,
for it.
multiple mailing lists. Just waiting for the
thing
guys
is-
in lab coats to take me away.
The
Can
thing
I
with the
please have Google directly into my eye? Like, please, somebody.
Dude, Google contact lenses. Screw Google glasses.
the thing that concerns me about the future of gaming is that the Wii came out on the market and it brought in a flood of casual gamers, and people who'd never really seen games as something that they'd want in their home. And then right after that was the iPhone, and with all of the gaming apps, and now gaming is such a everyday normal thing, normal form of entertainment for people, that's really where these console wars started to fuel, and not out of just, Sega does but Nintendo don't marketing like buy ours over the other, but actual necessity now to stay afloat. And it's the thing that kind of excites me and worries me at the same time is seeing where PS4 and Xbox One are going to have to take it because of that casual market.
I think they're gonna have to take casual gaming more seriously. They're gonna
Yeah.
have to take mobile gaming more seriously. Like, I know it sounds horrible because I love my Xbox and I love my Xbox games and my PlayStation games and my Mac games, the whole two that exist. But I mean, I've spent a stupid amount of hours on Candy Crush this week. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
See, I don't really play mobile games. I do sink my time into free MMOs, like DC Universe. But
see, you're talking, but that's a great point right there, Paige. Is stuff like the DC Universe and League of Legends,
Yeah.
where it's free and
It's
then you
all
pay
free.
for all these upgrades and stuff. But that's
that's what
pretty much in that
I'm worried
casual
about.
market.
Though. How are you gonna get people to spend their money?
Oh,
Like-
it's real easy to spend your money on free-to-play games.
Yeah,
But
it is.
I don't. See, I don't.
But I mean, free-to-play games is right now a billion-dollar industry.
No, I'm sure it is, but at the same time, when these games start getting too quick with me, I ditch them.
Well, check this out,
Like-
Paige. So you just said how much you love DC Universe, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, you've
And if they
probably
made me
sold a
pay
few of
for
your
it,
friends
I'd
on the
leave.
game, right?
I have like 3.
You've probably sold a few of your friends on the game.
I've sold a few of them. No,
You've gotten people to play it.
Right.
no, I don't care if they play. I just
Well, the big
Alright,
thing
what?
with that
You're
is
difficult, Paige. You're just difficult. We
I
can't.
really am. I'm
the
an
thing with
anomaly.
that is that even if you're not paying, you're talking
Right.
about it, you're promoting
Yeah.
it, you're positively promoting the game, so other
yeah,
people may end up
definitely.
picking it up, and those people will probably pay money into it.
But don't get me wrong, I don't care if other people, like, I don't have a concern if people are going to pay for these games. Somebody has to pay for them so I can play it for free. But, I don't see,
Is that your mom, Tyler?
No, that's my fiance's mom. Sorry, she just came home.
No, it's okay.
yeah, so, I don't, what worries me about mobile gaming is when you say take it more seriously, I think that they just came to make it more profitable. Like, most of these games, you could literally pay your way to completion. And I don't see how that is benefiting our industry as far as cultivating genuine fans and cultivating, something that's going to be profitable throughout the years. If they would have done that, They wouldn't want that route with Star Fox, right?
The games themselves are going to be profitable. It's the machines that I'm concerned about. How consumers are going to end up getting these games. So
I mean, they
I
keep
think
making cell
that's what
phones
they're
and
doing
tablets
with the
better
TV
to play
and-
these games.
Yeah. And I think that they're going to keep that in mind when they make cell phones and tablets now. For sure.
I mean, the fact that I can now use my cell phone to access stuff on Halo, and they're just going to make that even more important with the new systems coming out.
Yeah.
So, which means is that the mobile devices themselves have to get better, which means I'm going to be able to do more with the game when I'm not at home, and it will still be able to talk on my Xbox. They
Well,
have
in
to be able to
GTA
make that
5,
work.
the GTA 5 iFruit,
Fruit.
the
Yeah. It is the only way to train your dog in that game, and it is ridiculous, and I hate it.
I don't have an iPhone, and it pisses me off that I wasn't able to access any of that stuff.
I have an iPod, and that is how I access it. I have an iPod Touch. That's the only way.
Yeah, I have a touch. I should do that.
It is available now on some Android devices, just not all of them.
I'll have to take a look.
So I'm now checking my phone because my phone just got an update, so it might be able to play it now. Which means I might be trading my dog and just completely check out from here on out.
But the thing is, look how big League of Legends is. And we're talking about not taking those casual gamers seriously. You have to take them seriously. I mean, look at the sales numbers have plummeted for Nintendo's handhelds and Vita over the last few years, whereas the DS Lite and the original DS and the Game Boy Color and all of those were all the number one selling handheld, all the number one selling system throughout the holidays, beating out PS2, beating out PS1, beating out PS3, all of them. And now they can't even sell a Vita to save their life, and the Vita is pretty much walking around with a mini PS3 at all times. But it's
awesome.
It's
So
out of convenience.
Did you just see the really amazing commercial from Japan for the Vita PlayStation 4 thing?
No.
No, I haven't.
There was a great commercial, and it totally sold me on a Vita, where this guy's just playing this game, and he walks in the room, and it goes on the TV, and it's just, I'm like, oh my god, I want one.
Yeah, but
it's a good commercial. I think it finally sold it in a way that works.
The thing about the Vita that's my biggest problem with the Vita is the screen. It's impossible to play in the sunlight. It's a portable device that you can't play on a sunny day.
It's because it's an LED screen, but it's
no,
I mean it's.
I get it.
Nice.
But I have to play it in my house, which kind of negates why I my ability to go wait for the bus. I can't sit at the bus stop and play my Vita, which annoys me because I want to. That's when I play my portable game.
Just get a weird giant hat.
I actually have one.
A big sun hat, like you're going to the track.
I actually have one. Do you want to see it? I have
yes.
this floppy hat.
Put on the
I
hat.
sit there in the summer and I'm like this under my hat playing the game.
I was going to say something. They should come out with something stupid like for the Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy Color, the sun visor thing that went over the screen.
Oh my god, it even sounds good to go. The Vita visor. Vita visor, come on.
Oh my god, it was like the Swiss Army Game Boy Advance when I had one. It had everything, right? The little light, and then the sun flip, and then the extra
and
battery
the
thing.
Magnifying glass for the
Dude, remember the camera?
Yeah.
Dude, the Game Boy camera was amazing.
I didn't do that. I had the Game Boy Advance, so I saw how magical it was. Yeah, you were muted, Tyler. Deal with it.
Oh!
Unmute him, Paige. I feel bad.
I didn't mute him, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god, I did? How? I
you
don't
just
even have
muted
a
him
mouse.
again.
I don't have a mouse. How the fuck did I mute him?
Why do you hate him?
I turned my mouse off. How the fuck did I mute him? No way. Sorry.
There we go.
Are you unmuted?
We're keeping a low rating. You've just now taken the rating up a bit.
I think we screwed it up with Frost, so.
We never said anything necessarily bad. We just implied bad things.
The kids will start looking it up. That's enough.
I started looking it up. It was enough.
Well, are you
Even Tyler's gonna have nightmares here.
Do we need to have a nightlight for Tyler set up?
I have a nightlight. It's Tetris nightlight.
That's awesome. All right, and on that, I think we're gonna be all set. I got close to 25 seconds on the few times I knew it wasn't gonna work with my ADHD. So, but that's it. That's our first one, I guess. How'd you guys enjoy it? Yay!
Yay! Did anyone actually watch it? Do we know? Is anyone watching?
Yeah, it looked like there were a few people that popped on. There's nobody now. I blame you.
Can anyone hear me? Me? Well, it's probably my fault. Hey, I put this on my Facebook. Did anyone else put this on their Facebook that people should come watch?
No, but you can watch it after.
Boom.
You can still
You know
watch
what?
I don't have friends that will watch it.
This is my microphone.
I don't have friends that will pay attention. So, good night.
Guten Nacht.
Good night.